What up, everyone? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your location. Wuta! It's your boy, the Crackhead, and wishing you all a wonderful day. Yesterday, I met with some friends, and we had a discussion. One of my guy, Obi Jazz, please, with due respect, this video has nothing against you. I just want to use this opportunity to explain certain things. Maybe some people will understand my point of view. My friend Obi Jazz asked me a question why I do not belong with any group and with any association here in Israel. A lot of you know I'm from Akwa Ibom State, and here in Israel we have this group Aqua Cross, which I'm not a member of, even though I identify myself as Aqua Cross. So Obi just asked why I am not a member of any group, any organization, any association created by Nigerians here in this country, that it's not good, it's not right to live independently, to be man alone. I want to use this medium to answer this question and explain certain things, and with the hopes that some people will understand where I'm coming from and some people understand my point of view. However, this explanation or this video is not to discourage those of you who are already in one group or the other, in the diaspora or even at home. When I was a child growing up, in my village, there used to be these village meetings by village elders, village kings. Well, it's gonna be a surprise to a lot of you that I'm a prince. The village king or a village head was from my family. My grandfather's elder brother was the king of our village, and when he passed, it was my grandfather that was supposed to be the king. But his children, that's my dad and his brothers and his siblings, told him, no, you can't take part in this because now we are Christians. We have left the old ways. So my parents discouraged my grandfather from taking that kingship position. Hence, it was passed to his son. If my grandfather had accepted that position of kingship, in line, it should have been my dad to be a king. And as the first son to my dad, that would have been my position. So I'm a prince. But again, this is not what I want to talk about. The point in this is this. When I was in the village and I saw as a child where these chiefs, my grandfather's brother as the king, and his cabinet, when they gathered, there was certain kind of contribution. Harvest, during a certain period of harvest in the village. And when these things are harvested, or when these contributions are made, the king, the chiefs, and the royal cabinet will take it upon themselves to distribute this harvest or these contributions to every head of the family in that village. I'm going somewhere. In Nigeria, or amongst our brothers, African, Nigeria, it doesn't matter. Back home, we have certain groups, we have certain organizations, we have certain communities of people coming together with the purpose of helping each other in terms of contribution, with the hopes or with the goal of helping each other amongst themselves. And when we come to the diaspora, we see certain things also happening. Some groups will come together and form a certain organization. Some groups will come together and form a certain committee, also with the purpose of helping each other. Now, where my problem is, when these groups come together, I mean in the diaspora, what are they helping each other with? What are they actually helping each other with? Yes, a lot of you might be saying most of these groups make certain contributions once in a month. 1 month, once there's a contribution, they give it to one member of the group. The next month, another contribution, they give it to another member of the group. And I find that not to be entirely right. Why? Because as long as we are dealing with humans, there is always bound to be a problem. You might say in your group, there is none of such problems so far. Just hold on. Now, my problem is, why should I be in a group of people that do not like me for who I am? A lot of you in this group are hypocrites. What I analyzed when I was growing up, I would say was a town hall meeting, but most groups you guys are forming in the diaspora are what I call blah blue. Yes, there's difference between town hall meetings and blah blue meetings. A lot of you are holding blah blue meetings. A lot of you, these meetings are born out of selfishness, out of hypocrisy. What am I talking about? You can see in a group or in association of these guys gathering together, but amongst themselves they do not like each other. One member of a group will see another member, maybe he's a content creator or he owns a shop. They will not patronize that same member of the group outside, but when it comes to the group, that's when they come around, they contribute money, they eat and drink. Is that how it should be? You are supposed to love each other in the group. You claim to love each other when you come to meetings, when you come to gatherings, but when you see each other online, you ignore your posts. When you see each other online, you ignore, the things they do in order to improve themselves. Of course, why should you encourage them? Why should you support them? As long as both of you are in that group, nobody's supposed to grow more than the other. This is why you do not support each other outside the group. Because in you're selfish. Maybe you coming to that group is to eat and drink whenever you have meetings, or is to wait for your turn. When the contribution comes around to you, you take it and leave, and the cycle continues. A lot of you in these groups have one thing I see very, I don't know if it's sad or it's funny. Somebody in that group passes on. That was the goal for you guys to be in the group, so that if such things happen, you can help each other. If somebody falls sick, you can help each other. In fact, the question is, why should you be in a group in the hopes of meeting negativity? Why should you always think of the worst to happen to you that will propel you to join a group? Why? Why can't you think of positive things? Oh, I'm in this group so that maybe if my hands cannot help me anymore, my legs are weak, my brother will help me, or some other person will help me. Are you joining a group so that somebody can help you when you can't help yourself? Is that why you're joining a group? Think about it, guys. So a lot of you in this group, when somebody in that group passes on, you start thinking of how to contribute money as to send that person's remains back home. And from what I knew from a long time, to send a remain back home is nothing less than $10,000. And yet you would think of how to contribute $10,000 to send that person's remains back home. What happens? Why not think of contributing that money, send it to the family who have lost that person? But nobody thinks of that. Nobody thinks of that. It is very sad, the reasons we are joining this group. A lot of us are joining out of what we can gain. In fact, the foundation of this group are created, are formed so that they can help each other. Selfishness. What about selflessness? I will only join a group, I will only join an association of people that gather together to help other people outside. That's the kind of organization I'm going to join. I'm going to join an organization that says, all right, this group is dedicated to helping the homeless in Tel Aviv. This group is dedicated to helping the drug addicts in Tel Aviv or anywhere around the world. And we do not have to meet in order to plan our agenda. We can create an online group for ourselves. When one person on that group sees that somebody needs help, brings it to the group in the online platform and discuss, we see how we can help the person. If we can successfully help that person, then we can come together and gather to celebrate the success we have achieved in that group, not for ourselves, but for people who need the help. That is the function. That is how a group should be. But show me one black group. Show me one Nigerian group that has that agenda, that has formed a group not for themselves, but to help other people. Show me one. A lot of you in these groups, you don't even know why you are there. You are only waiting for that weekend. You are waiting for that month end so that you can go there to eat and to drink. In most of your groups, if the scheduled time, allocated time for that meeting is supposed to be 4 hours, you spend 3.5 hours talking things that do not make sense, arguing amongst yourselves. maybe only 10 minutes will be used in discussing the agenda for that meeting, which is also agenda for yourselves, not for the public, not for people who really need help. And after that, time to eat and drink, the time everybody was waiting for. So when you are joining these organizations, the question is, why are you joining them? Are you joining them because you really think you can impact people outside? Are you joining them because of your own selfish interest? Are you joining an association, or are you joining a group so that if you cannot help yourself, people can help you? Is that why you're joining an organization? That ain't right. That's not the main reason you should join an organization. And even you in this organization, when you see your fellow brother in need of help outside, you cannot help. Why? Because they are not members of your organization. Should you help people who are only in your group? Should you? If I consider myself as somebody that have friends, I do not have to form an organization of friends. If I want to plan a party, I can send invites to people that I know. I'm planning a party. Come enjoy with me. Come drink with me. I can do that, and I've done that. Spend my money, invite people to come and eat and drink. I don't have to be in a group for that. I don't have to be in a group. I don't have to open a group. So what are you talking about? Yes, I can be independent and I can be happy. The most important thing for me is that people are blessed by whatever group I decide to join. I'm not going to join a group because I want somebody to come and take care of me and then I will take care of another person. No. If somebody is in need, help that person without expecting anything back in return. A lot of you might be saying, yeah, in this group, we help each other. When somebody loses a family member, we contribute money. Come on, what? So if you hear that another Nigerian somewhere in your same city lost a family member, can't you do the same? Can't you help that person? Must that person be in your group before you help them? So guys, the main reason I'm not in this group is because there is lack of love amongst these members of whatever group, of whatever organization. There is lack of love, because you can't tell me that I walk in the street and people I know, my brothers I know, will tell me how they saw my videos and my content online and how it made sense and how they liked it, but they could not tap for a single like. Not to talk about comment. And yet you want me to join the group that person is. No, I will not. Because first of all, I have seen the hypocrisy. I have seen it. So I cannot be in a place where somebody will see something about me that he or she would help me grow, and then he doesn't, and you want me to come and be in the group where that person is. I will not. In fact, that's the reason I am not in any group. That's the reason. So think for yourself. Are you in any organization? What are you actually gaining from that organization apart from eating, drinking, receiving, and providing help? I'm not talking about the people that are in that organization with you. I'm talking about other people. Have you impacted any life in the organization you are in? Because if you have not, then I don't see why you are in that organization. Yes, I believe in human investment. I believe in being nice to people. I believe in helping people. But if I invest in any human, it's not because that human is in my group. I invest in a human because I see potential in that human. If that human, when he or she becomes successful, decides to remember me, hallelujah. If it doesn't, life goes on. After all, in life, investments can go bad. The real estate you're investing in can go bad. The forest you're investing in can go bad. The stocks you're investing in, you can go bad. The shares you're buying can go bad. Investments can go bad, but I choose and I prefer to invest in human, to invest in my brother without being part of his or her group. If he or she's nice to me, I will return likewise. The group, the association I can join anywhere in the world is that association that is dedicated to help me people. Show me of such group, show me of such organization, and I am on board. It's your boy, the Crackhead. I'm on the rainforest delivering this speech. Bye for now.